Warren Eckstein. Warren is the author of How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want and How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want. He's here to answer all your pet and animal questions. And now, Warren Eckstein.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Pet Show. Does your Chihuahua need a chill pill? Is your Persian kitten a bit paranoid? Are your retrievers a little too rambunctious? Well, if you love animals, I know you do, care about wildlife and the environment, and want to learn how to understand your dogs and cats as well as they understand you, if you're confused about your pet's behavior or just want to improve their lifestyle, you know what to do. Stay tuned because once again, right here, right now, it is time for the Pet Show. America's first and only real pet psychology, pet training, pet behavior, pet lifestyle show. And you know what to do. Hop up on my couch with your little buddies. It's that time once again to let the animal analyzing begin. Hello, everybody. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is the Pet Show, the place where we absolutely, positively, never a doubt about it, love, adore, and as I stress every single week, respect pets and animals as much as you do. By the way, if you want to join me on the ever-growing Pet Show family, if you have a question about your dog or cat's behavior, or just want to find out why they do certain things they do, they're jumping, they're humping, they're digging, they're scratching, they suffer with separation anxiety, they can't deal with the dog next door, your cat hates the new cat in the neighborhood, you get the idea. That's what we do here on the Pet Show. We resolve any issues that you may be having with your dogs and cats, but a lot more often it's issues that your dog or cats may be having with you. As I say every week, it's not easy living with people. As always, plenty of time to answer all of your pet and animal questions. Lots of pretty amazing stuff to give away on today's show. In fact, I added about 20 new items I'll be giving away here on the show as well. So everyone that calls in with a question or a comment that gets to talk to me live on the air today will get one of these fabulous gifts for their dog or cat. And again, if you're new, we don't give away biscuits here on the show. Many of the items I give away are worth as much as $30, $40, or even $50. So if you have a question, a comment, just want to share a story about a beautiful dog or cat you rescued or saved, or a dog that you just absolutely adore, or a cat you just absolutely adore, or you do want to find out why they behave the way they do, that's what we do here on the Pet Show. Great time to give me a call, get through. A great gift will be on its way. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870 KRLA. 866-870-5752. The reason I'm laughing, Alex, is I've been doing this show for how many years? I should have the number memorized, but I got to look over to my list to get the number. If you have a question or a comment, the phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Plenty of time for your calls. As I said, lots of pretty amazing stuff to give away on this show as well. Let me tell you what I have coming up on today's show, and I will today try to get through all my topics, which is pretty rare. But do you ever wonder, really wonder why your dogs love to roll around in the dirt, and it usually takes place right after you bathe them? Well, coming up, I'm going to explain why your dogs love to roll around in the dirt and just why you may not want to stop it. I know you're saying, Warren, you're crazy. I don't want my dog rolling around in the dirt. Well, it's not a bad thing. We'll talk about that coming up a little bit later. I just love when I see somebody who just washed their dog. The dog goes over to a puddle and rubs around in it. It's kind of like, I don't want to say what it's like, but it's kind of dog saying, you know what? I'm in control here. Also coming up on today's show, if that wasn't enough, so many pets experience separation anxiety. We talk about it all the time. I would say that 1 in 5 calls coming into the show are responding to their dog or cat with separation anxiety. But chances are they're provoked by some trigger points. We don't talk about it often. What are the trigger points caused by you that may get your dogs or cats responding or reacting in a way of separation? As that. We'll talk about that as well. Also coming up, see, this is the stuff that keeps me up at night. This is why people want to put me away. What's the difference between a wagging dog tail and a wagging cat tail? The difference between a wagging dog tail and a wagging cat's tail, it's not what you think. And just when you thought you could buy anything for your dog or cat, out comes a brand new product. It's called a pet urine detector. I've always had one, my nose. But they have a mechanical pet urine detector. Do you really need one? We'll talk about that as well. Great time to give me a call. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA. Yes, we are live today, as we are almost every single week. 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. As always, plenty of time to answer all of your pet and animal questions. As I said, lots of really amazing stuff to give. I've added so much stuff. I got a organic scratch and spray, anti-lick paw spray, hot spot foam, allergy soft chews, stuff to give your dog if they're eating their own poop. Lots of great new stuff to give away in the show today. So great time to give me a call, 866-870-KRLA. Here's the question of the day. And I know I've asked this before. And just the other day, I found myself sitting with Molly and Willie. And I was watching the news on TV. And if you've ever watched the news recently on TV, you know it's not the most loving thing to watch. It really kind of puts you in a little bit of a mood. So anyway, I sit down with Molly and Willie. You know, most people sit down, hey guys, how you doing? You want to eat? You want to go out? I sit down with Molly and Willie. I look them square in the eye. I say, hey guys, what do you think about what we just watched on TV? What do you think? You think it's a good idea? You think it's a bad idea? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Now, you may say, okay, Warren, you're spending way too much time away from people. That's a good thing for me. But the bottom line is this. Sometimes the best way to resolve issues is to talk out loud about them. And when you talk out loud to a person, they're always either interrupting or disagreeing. I got to be honest with you. Molly and Willie are incredibly bright, but somehow, some way, they always agree with me. That's why I love having conversations with them. So that's the question of the day. Do you just have like words or sentences you use with your dogs or cats? Or do you literally have real conversations? I mean, real conversations. We'll talk about that. We'll get to all your phone calls. And this is a special announcement here on the Pet Show. So many people ask me about the Hugs and Kisses supplements, about the air horns, about my books, about all the stuff we have. Well, starting today, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, we're having an amazing spring sale on all of the Hugs and Kisses products. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But if you're wanting to try Hugs and Kisses supplements, or you want to try some of the hemp seed products, or you want to try you want to get a copy of the book, an amazing spring sale. They didn't even ask my permission, but they're just running a spring sale, and I'll share that with you a little bit later. So grab your pens and papers. I will give you all that information. Do you have conversations with your dogs and cats? I want to know. Give me a call. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 870-5752. That is the way to get through. So what did I do yesterday? My nephew, Michael Rosenbaum, actor, great guy, great podcast, which I'll be on in a few weeks, by the way. We'll talk about that later on. He has a great dog named Blanche, who he named after his grandmother. Not my mother, but the other side of the thing, and whatever. But he adopted a new dog, and I got to meet him. So Michael has named his dogs after all his grandparents. There was Blanche and there was Irv. Those were his grandparents on the father's side. On my side, it's Ruth and Charlie. So the new dog, being a male, his new dog, an adorable dog. I posted some pictures on Facebook. What a great looking puppy. The new dog is Charlie because it was a male. And I guess the next time around when he adopts a female, it'll be my mother's name, Ruth. Just what amazing dog. And you know what? They've only been together a couple of days, and I gave Michael some great advice, and he followed it. And you know what? They're like bosom buddies already. It's just absolutely amazing to watch when two dogs adapt to each other the right way. And all it does is it takes a little thinking, a little thought on the guardian's part before they just plop another dog or a cat in. Great time to call me, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Anybody out there have a dog that loves to roll around in the dirt, especially after a bath? Give me a call. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe I'll send you some great shampoo to keep your dog clean. Let's get right to a phone call. We'll start off great this morning. Let's go to my friend Heather in Beverly Hills. Hey Heather, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi Warren, thank you so much for taking my call. I've been living with my sister for about a month and a half. She's had a puppy, a year and a half. Terrier mix.
A blended breed. We call them a blended breed.
Blended breed?
Yeah, a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah, and he had parvo, and he was a rescue, and he's got a lot of issues, but I've been very close to him. I'm moving this weekend, and boxes are all over the apartment. He's doing something he's never done before. He's he's hiding his kibble in two different places. We just found that. One in the laundry and one in the corner.
How old was the puppy when your sister adopted him? And bless her for adopting him.
I think he was 12 weeks.
Oh, so he was real young. And do you know offhand if he came from a large litter, a small litter, anything like that?
A large litter? They just found him and his sister.
Okay, so here's my feeling. Here's my feeling. The dog, you adopted this dog, a great thing. The dog moves into the house, gets 3 squares meals a day or 2, whatever you give him, and everything's fine. He's now in the home. He's mellow. He's calm. He's eating his food. He feels comfortable. The chairs are there. The bed's there. He knows where everything is. And all of a sudden, you're packing boxes. All these boxes have different smells and different scents, which may be a little upsetting to the dog. And when a dog gets upset, very often one of the first things they do is either hide themselves or start hiding some of their food. It's the same reason they dig up bones to go get them a couple of hours later. Quite honestly, I would not do anything about it right now. Wait till the move takes place. Things get back to normal. He'll settle in. Everything will be fine. This is a temporary situation on his part. He's just feeling a little bit out of sort. And if you try to overly react to it, what you're going to do is make it a long-term problem when in reality right now it's just a short-term problem. So have a great move. Where are you moving to?
Porter Ranch.
I don't even know what that is. Somewhere in California, I'm assuming.
It's in the valley.
I've been out there for 26 years. I'm such a New Yorker. If it's not 34th and 5th, I have no idea where it is. But I think it's just a super idea. I think the fact that you're moving out, I want you to understand. But the other thing I might want to recommend that you do is after you leave, to make the dog feel a little bit more comfortable, take some unwashed articles of your clothing and leave them behind at your sister's house. So even the fact that you've been there, your scent is not all of a sudden going from being there to nowhere. And anytime you're making adjustments with a dog or cat, if you have the opportunity, not everyone does, you want to do it in a gradual way because they learn through association. I think you're going to be absolutely fine.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Warren.
What's the dog's name, by the way?
Oliver.
Oliver the dog. You people come up with some amazing names. Oliver the dog. I took mine right. They came with the names out of the shelter, but I have like 50 different names for every one of my dogs, so it makes no difference. Anyway, listen. Do you have conversations, or did your sister have conversations with Oliver?
We're talking to him constantly. He's very expressive.
But I mean real conversations. Should I move? Should I not move? Should I go out with my friends? I mean, real conversations.
Oh, I guess not.
Well, do it. Do it. I'm telling you, the more time you spend talking to your dogs and the more time you spend talking to your cats, the better off they're. Anyway, listen, don't go anywhere, Heather. I'm going to put you on hold. And because I know the dog is going through a little stress right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a jar of my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats. Stay tuned for a big sale coming up on those, by the way. And the reason I'm sending you those, because all of the ingredients in the Hugs and Kisses, whether it be for hips or joints, but it also is really Very lucky if you have a puppy. Hey, thank you, Alex, for the new music. We are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. So I was reading this article the other day. I'm going to get right back to the phones. By the way, great time to call me, 866-870-5752, 866-870-KRLA. I was reading this article. It was sent to me that's not a lot, but a fair amount of pet guardians, especially along the border, San Diego, Texas, and Arizona, are crossing the border to go to the veterinarians in Mexico. Is it a good idea or a bad idea? It seems like they're saving a lot of money. Someone suggested they paid $500 for an x-ray here in America, and cross the border, they spent $100. But, well, a lot of veterinarians, especially the vets in San Diego, say that he's personally seen a lot of the risks taking your pet across the border. Just in the last month, we've seen 2 fracture repairs that had to be amputated because of the infection, because of the equipment they used and just the way it was put back together. So ultimately, I just don't see it as being anywhere near comparable to U.S. veterinarians. But people are doing it, so it's kind of a choice you're going to have to make. I would not do it. I am American. You know, my dogs, my cats are going to be treated right here in this country. But people, I know the economy is really, really bad, but there are organizations out there that can help you. I don't know if I would be crossing the border into Mexico. 866-870-KRLA. I said I have a lot of new stuff to give away. Let me tell you what I'm doing here on the Pet Show. Normally, I give away my Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplements. I give away Orthrosuit Gold, copies of my best-selling books, Kitty Lickies, Lucy Pet Food, those incredible T-shirts that say none of my friends walk upright. But now I've added, I'll be giving away, if you have one of those dogs, my dog's on it right now. My little Molly has one of those things where she scoots her butt a little bit. I'm going to be giving away a product called No Scoot. I'll be giving away cranberry relief for your cats and dogs. I'll be giving away Organics No Scratches. It's a product you can spray on things to prevent your cat from scratching. Anti-lick paw spray, hot spot foam, allergy aid, and also if you have the type of dog, and we get these calls all the time, that eats their own poop, I even got a supplement for that as well. So great time to give me a call. As I said, everyone that calls in will get a free gift for their pet, and as I said, many of them worth as much as $40 or $50. The phone number 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And that goes for anyone who just wants to answer the question of the day as well. Am I the only one? Could it be that literally has conversations with their pets? Or are you just afraid to admit it? I talk religion, I talk politics, I talk about the neighbor, I talk about my relatives behind their back, but only with my dogs. So do you have conversations with your dogs? If you do, don't be afraid to admit it, because all the new studies, whether it be Psychology Today or any of the new studies, say that people that have the opportunity to talk with their dog or their cat or their horse or their bird, whatever type of pet they have, are able to adjust a lot better, because they can get a lot of stuff out of their system that'd be a little bit more fearful if they were talking to a human being. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Coming up, we're going to take a look at it. Why your dogs roll around in the dirt, generally right after you bathe them. I put together, I'm so proud of this, I put together a list of all my years of experience, and I put together pretty much every reason that would make a dog roll in the dirt. Plenty of time for your calls. Right now, let me go to Tarzana and Zenas, I believe it is. Hey, Zenas, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, good morning. Thank you very much for taking my call. I really enjoy your show. Me and my husband are dogs and animal lover. Wow. So during the COVID, my daughter was lonely, so I was looking for a dog to adopt. I couldn't.
What happened?
And somebody put an ad as a Pyrenees mix. I'm a dog lover, but I didn't know what is Pyrenees. We went there, of course, we fell in love with him. We brought him home. He just had a birthday, 3 years old, Bentley.
Oh, congratulations, Bentley. Happy birthday, Bentley. Happy birthday.
Giant. Oh, yes, thank you. He's a gentle giant. We love him very much, but I have 2 problems. It was my mistake not to research before I got him. First of all, I think I neutered him too early at 4 months, which doctor recommended. And he's a little in the scary side. He's scared of the wind. Now, of course, it's getting better by, getting familiar with things. He was scared of the loud noise. And it's a little funny because he's big and he's such a cutie pie. And he gets scared of the small stuff that's funny. But my major problem is that I don't see a connection. He has like other dog that you jump on you. He's happy. He's not He's not energetic.
How old,
He's
Zenith?
very
How old?
mellow. I mean,
How old was he when you got him?
I think 3.5 to 4 months. Something.
Okay, and do you know anything about his background at all?
At all. At all. We saw a picture. Again, I was.
So that's all you know. That's all you know is you saw a picture.
Okay. I saw a picture of the mom with a Pyrenees and a father is a poodle. That's all I know. We didn't research anything.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm very familiar with the Great Pyrenees. I had the opportunity of working with them in Europe. There's an incredible breed of dog, very, very bright, very, very gentle. But the most important time that could be done at any age, but for the most important time to socialize a dog is from the time they're 8 weeks old to the time they're 3 or 4 months old. That's the important socialization period. Now, your dog did not receive that socialization during that time. So it's going to take, it's what we call latent psychological behavior. So he never received that. Now, what you're doing is exactly what you should be doing. Little by little, not flooding him. I would invite some mellow friends over to the house, have them sit on the floor in a room with him. Just be there. Don't even, if he doesn't want to come over, that's fine. If he does want to come over, that's fine as well. I would make sure that when you take him for a walk, if you can have a neighbor or a friend outside already knowing his name, maybe with one of his toys, that would be beneficial as well. You know, very often people don't understand the concept that early socialization of a dog or cat is so critical. You know what? I don't want to rush you, so let me do this. I'm going to put you on hold. I have to take a break. I'm going to put you on hold. When I come back, I'll get to your call. Tina, I want to get to you as well. Leah, also, great time to call me, 866-870 KRLA, 866-870-5752. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of pretty amazing stuff to give away. Let me take a quick break, then we'll get back to your phone calls right away. Now, That's all I need, me and you and a dog named Boo. Hey, we're back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Great time to call me. Got a question or comment, 866-870-KRLA. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of super stuff to give away. The question's pretty simple. Do you have conversations with your dogs and cats? I don't mean just, hey, how you doing? I mean literally conversations. I do. And I don't consider that eccentric. I think some of the best conversations I have, because sometimes if you want to express your feelings, it's great to express your feelings with something that doesn't argue with you. And Molly and Willie pretty rarely argue with me when I talk to them. 866-870-5752. Okay, so I guess if there's a way to make a buck, someone's going to figure out how to do it. For years now, 43 years now, when people call up and say, Warren, have a dog that's having accidents in the house or a cat that's having accidents in the house, and when they say to me, Warren, how do I know where they went? For years, I recommended that they go to a pet store, or they can go to a lighting store and get one of those black lights. You hear me talk about them, the black lights we all had with the in the 60s. You know, we all had them hanging in our bedrooms with our favorite artists underneath them. And they absolutely are great. You turn off the lights in the evening, and you use the black light, and if there's urine markings or poop markings, they will show up with the black light. So you would think, that's great. You can rent them, like $5 to buy. Well, now a pet company has come out with what they call a pet urine detector. I was joking before, but the only pet urine detector I need is my nose. And they say that this is how statistic they are. The wavelength have to be between 365 and 400 nm, whatever that means, nanometers. Anyway, here's the bottom line. You don't have to go spend $30, $40 on a pet urine detector. Go get a black light. If you have a dog that's having accidents or a cat that's having accidents, the black light will do exactly the same thing as the pet urine detector. Pet urine detector. Never thought. 866-870-5752. That is the way to do. Coming up, all the different reasons why your dog likes to roll around in the dirt. And I bet there's no one out there can give me the right reasons. Give me a call. Let me know why you think your dog rolls around in the dirt. Maybe I'll send you a super gift. But right now, I am going to my friend Tina in Diamond Bar. Hey, Tina. Welcome to the Pet Show. Tina.
Hi.
Hi, Tina.
Hi.
How are you?
So I was on hold, and the caller right before me, you kind of addressed my question, because my question was regarding a couple of kittens that I rescued from a parking lot, and they're about 4 to 5 months old, and so not very trusting at all. There is one that is kind of making some progress, but you mentioned something about latent socialization. So I feel like little by little, I'm just going to have to be patient. And, just kind of going back to the question of the day, what I've been doing that's kind of been working is, like, I just sit there and talk to them, and I have full-on conversations with them. Sometimes I read them something from my phone, just like a story, or I just talk to them about my day. And
hey, sometimes I hand my dogs the phone because the call's for them and not for me. So I just go, here you go, guys again. So let me go over a couple of things with you, okay? There's also latent psychological issues, and socialization is so important, and a lot of people don't realize by the time the dog's 4 months old, he's going through the terrible twos. So it's important to understand that with a dog or a cat. The problem is most people will not they'll take the time and spend it socializing a puppy, but they don't take that same amount of time with a cat. I'm so sick of hearing, well, it's a cat. Cats do what they want to do. Cats want to be part of the family.
I know.
They want to be socialized, but you have to work with them at their pace. How many kittens are we talking about?
I've got 7 from 4 different litters, so...
7, and they're all in your house? They're all in the house?
Yes, I have a foster room for them.
Oh man, I love you. I love you already, Tina. I just really love you already. So
thank you.
Here's what I want you to do. Literally, when you have that many cats or kittens together, their bonding with each other is so strong that sometimes it can actually interfere with their relationship and people. So what you might want to do is take some of the litter, maybe 3 or 4, have some friends over, sit in a small room, lie on the floor, put down a bridge mix for you guys and some kitty lickies for the cats, and just kind of sit there with them. Let them do what they want to do. If they want to come and crawl on you, that's fine. If they don't want to crawl on you, that's fine. But every time you have a meeting, and every time it ends in a positive way, you're going to gain, or they're going to gain, a little more confidence. It's not going to happen overnight, but little by little, it make all the difference. The problem is, if they're all spending so much time together and they're so bonded with each other, sometimes it makes it a little bit more difficult when you're trying to find a home for them and have to separate them. That's why it's important to together, but at the same time, try to socialize them individually also. And I think you're going to have a great difference. I can't believe what an amazing person you are rescuing all these cats.
Oh, thank you. You know, I actually have a special request. So I've called you once before. It was a few months ago, and you sent me your book, which I absolutely love. But, you know, I volunteer for a rescue group in my area, and, you know, we're having a fundraiser spaghetti dinner to get some adoptions and to raise funds because we're a completely volunteer organization. And, you know, I was hoping that you would send me another book so that I don't have to donate mine.
No, that's not a problem. But you're having a spaghetti dinner.
A spaghetti dinner. It's called
Let me just stop you for a second. Let me stop you for a second. Are we talking about a California spaghetti or real spaghetti like New York spaghetti?
I think the easier one, so that's probably California spaghetti.
Yeah, it is. You guys with pineapple and whatever you put on your spaghetti makes me happy. The little teeny pizzas. If you don't have olive oil, stains on your shirt after eating a slice of pizza, it ain't pizza.
You know, I agree. But I'm an olive oil person, though, because I'm a wine sommelier, so olive oil is a staple for me.
Oh, there you go. And the last wine I drank, I think, was Ripple, so I'm going to need a lot more advice. Anyway, listen, don't go anywhere. I'm going to put you on hold, and what I'm going to do, when are you having this event?
It is on May the 6th, and it's here in, like, Diamond Bar, California.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, is that's a Saturday or a Sunday?
It is a Saturday.
Okay, great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on hold. The lovely Suzette's going to pick up. Suzette, I know you're listening. I want you to write down, we're going to send a cat book to Tina, but not just a cat book. What I want you to do is make sure you let me know so that I can either have a thing I autograph and we put on the book, or autograph the book directly. So I'd like to make it an autograph book and send it to Tina. Tina, give her the name of the group if you want me to make it out to a group, or who you want me to make it out to, and we will get a copy of the cat book out to you. And I really appreciate that call. More importantly, I appreciate people like you and what you do every day. A great time to give me a call. I got a couple of open lines. It's pretty rare that I do. I got hugs and kisses to give away, Lucy pet food, copies of my books, air horns, flea spray. If you don't have an air horn yet, you're not doing everything you can to protect you and yourself when you're going out for a walk with your dog. Great time to call me. As I said, everyone that calls in will get a fabulous gift for their dog or cat. The phone number 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And a reminder that when I'm going to do some of my commercials later, there's an incredible sale. We haven't done this before, but I'm going to tell you how you can save a tremendous amount of money on all of my Hugs and Kisses products, including the t-shirts, the air horns, the Hugs and Kisses. That coming up a little bit later. But right now, if you have a question or comment about your dog or cat's behavior, want to share a great adoption story, I love to hear those adoption stories because you encourage other people to do it. I'll send you something super. And the reason I'm sending gifts out there is because a lot of the gifts are directly related to the problems you may be having. So if you have a question about your dog or cat, or just want to brag about a dog or cat you recently adopted, or if you have an older dog you saved, or your older dog or your older cat is changing their behavior, give me a call. The phone number 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Let me take a quick break. We'll get right back to your phone calls. Talking to the animals, that's the question of the day. How many do you have real conversations with your dogs and cats? I don't just mean, hello, how you doing? You want to go for a walk? I mean real conversations with your dogs and cats. Give me a call. I will send you a super gift. 866-870-5752. That is the phone number. Lots of good stuff coming up. We're going to talk about several different ways, reasons why your dog might roll around the gut. But before we broke, I was talking to Zenas. You still with me? Hello, Zenas. Hey, Zenas. What happened to Zenas? Zenas, where are you?
Hey, I'm here. How are you? Hello, it's me here again.
Okay, Zenas, here's what I want you to do, okay? One of the most, and we're talking about, Zenas has a dog that she adopted. It's a Great Pyrenees poodle, I think you said, mix, and it's kind of shy and quiet. Now, many dogs I've worked with over the years wind up at shelters because they're shy, they're quiet. People say, well, they're not friendly enough. As I said, I don't know what this dog either has or has not been through. But what we want to do is build up that self-image and that self-esteem and that self-confidence little by little. Number one, I would start basic obedience training with the dog. And here's why. I could care less whether the dog heels perfectly or sits or speaks 4 languages. But by training a dog, if you're doing it properly using my hugs and kisses approach, real positive, what you're going to start noticing is that the dog's going to start gaining confidence because he's hearing, what a good dog. Look what you do. What a good dog. So the training is really, really critical. Little by little, short periods of time, the socialization, as I said, people coming over and hanging out. What I'm going to do, Zenas, I'm going to send you a copy of How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want. And here's what separates my book from so many others, and that's why it's been a bestseller for many years. And I feel like I'm bragging. Maybe I am. It doesn't just say, here's how you teach your dog to sit, here's how you teach your dog to stay, this is how you stop your dog from chewing, this is what you do with your dog in the car. That's all there. That's all there. But as far as I'm concerned, the most important thing for a dog or cat is to let them feel confident. Let them have self-esteem. Let them have self-image. So that's what's in the book as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on hold. Suzette's going to pick up, and we're going to send you a copy of How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want on its way to you. By the way, How to Get Your Dog or How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want, a lot of people want the book, is now available at 20% off, either at Walmart.com or my own website, thepetshow.com. So go to Walmart.com or thepetshow.com if you want to get a copy of the book. And it's 20% off right now. We're going to talk more about that spring sale coming up a little bit later. 866-870-KRLA. Let me go to Leah, I believe it is in Alhambra. Hi, Leah. Welcome to the show.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm doing super. What can I do for you?
Okay, my little Yorkie, Gracie, I think she's about 8 or 9. I got her from a family that never took care of her. And I was told, because she started coughing a lot, especially at night when it's cold. When it's hot, it seems like it stops. But they said, the vet says that her trachea is closing.
Her trachea, you mean?
And she just coughs a lot, and wheezes.
So what does the vet say?
How can I help her?
What does the vet say?
That her trachea is closing.
Okay, so what is he what is he recommending that you do?
They gave me some medicine that cost about $70 for a little tiny bottle and a white liquid to give her like 0.5 m.
All right, so in other words, they gave you medication to help with that, and I know it's expensive. So what you may want to do. So here's what you want to do. I would follow the vet's advice unless you want to get a second opinion, which is always a good idea. I would follow the vet's advice, and what I would do is have him give you a prescription for the medication. Then you can go to Costco, you can go to Walmart, you can go to many pharmacies that will give you a discount on the medication. I think even Chewy does it now if you send in a prescription. So you don't have to buy you don't have to buy the medication from the vet. You can buy the medication a lot less expensive, either at one of the chains or whatever. So that's what I would do at this point. But in terms of why he's coughing, I mean, this is a little bit out of my lane. If it was at night, it was just after drinking water. That's very common where a dog will cough. Very often, if a dog has an excessive cough, some vets will recommend seeing a veterinary cardiologist. It could be related to the heart. But I think your vet is pinpointed. He's giving you medication. I know it's expensive. So let's get the medication at a cheaper rate so you can be more consistent with it, and let's see if that doesn't make a difference.
Okay, is there anything that you can help me with that would help her?
No, there's nothing There's nothing that's going to help with that. It's a medical issue, so there's nothing I can send you that's going to help with that. What I will send you, though, how old did you say the dog was?
I think she's about 9.
9 years old. What I
And
will
the other problem she has, her teeth are really bad. They're really dirty. Is there anywhere where I can take her to have her teeth cleaned?
Yeah,
It doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
There are people that can come to your home. There are people that do non-anesthetic teeth cleaning, and it works pretty well. However, if it's really, really bad, dogs lick themselves constantly, so the hair gets underneath the gums, and that really requires like a Cavitron, the thing that you would use at your own dentist. So I would have to have that conversation. If anyone knows anyone out there that does a little less expensive teeth cleaning, send me an email.
Because they want to charge me $500, and
let me
I'm
tell
on
you,
disability. I'm disabled. I can't pay that
listen.
much.
I understand the cost of veterinary care, but you have to understand the cost of being a veterinarian as well. It's not that they're doing it to rip you off. Their expenses went up too. Their insurance, their prices, their medication. So they're not doing it. Well, maybe some of them are, but the majority of vets that I deal with are trying to be as fair as they possibly can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on hold, and for your dog, I'm going to send you some. I don't even know what to send you at this point, but you know what? I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you a jar of the Hugs and Kisses supplements. It may benefit a little bit, but I think really what you need to do right now is get the dog back on the medication. That seems to be a big problem, the cost factor. There are great ways to do it. That's why there's pet insurance out there. I'm going to do a little story later. I think I have it somewhere here. I was going to talk about it today, the importance of preventative care. We all want the best care for our furry friends, something I wrote this week for my web. We all want the best care for our dogs and cats, but let's face it, it can come at a steep price. Many of us may avoid necessary veterinary appointments due to financial concerns, only to end up paying even more in the long run. The truth is, preventative care is key to saving on vet bills. Regular checkups, vaccinations can catch potential health issues early on, preventing costly treatments down the road. This is especially important for senior dogs who may require more frequent visits. It's important to communicate openly with your vet about your financial limitations. So if there are financial problems, have that conversation with your doctor. Your doctor may be willing to work with you. There are plans out there. As I said, there's insurance out there. You can do what I do is I have a separate account just put aside where I put money in, and Denise and I put money in case our dogs need something major. So it's things you should check into, obviously. Let me take a quick break here. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA. Do have a couple of lines open on the show. Lots of great stuff to give away. Plenty of time to answer all of your pet and animal questions. Also coming up, I'm going to give you a list of all the different types of chewers. It's called what I call chewsonality, not personality, chewsonality. What kind of chewsonality does your dog have? We'll talk about that. Lots of great stuff to give away. As I said, the Hugs and Kisses, the books, the air horns, Lucy pet food, hemp seed oil. So it's a great time to call me, 866-870-KRLA. I even got all natural herbal flea spray to give away, which is going to be definitely a bestseller this year. With all the rain we had, I'm telling you, this is going to be flea crazy season. So 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. A quick break, then right back to your phone calls. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. And we are back. Alex got some great music this week. We are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. I'm going to be breaking for the top of the hour. Sammy, you'll be my first call coming back. Ruth will follow up with you. Great time to give me a call. We got a whole other hour to go. If you're new to the show, if you have questions about your dog or cat, they're jumping, humping, digging, scratching, don't come back when you call them. By the way, if you want to ask a question, we're broadcasting live on my YouTube channel as well. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. Maybe I'll take some questions from there as well. Great time to give me a call. We got a whole other hour to go. I got hugs and kisses to give away, no scoot chews, cranberry relief, hemp seed oil, herbal flea spray, no scratch, anti-lick paw spray, Lucy pet food, kitty lickies. As I said, the hugs and kisses, lots of great, and those air horns. If you don't have an air horn, I'm telling you, you're not as safe as you can be. I live in Santa Monica, 26 years. I've never seen a coyote. Now they're all over the place. So when Marley and Willie go out, there's always an air horn in my hand. Plenty of those to give away as well. Great time to call me. We'll be back in just a minute. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. The question of the day, do you have conversations with your pets? I mean real conversations, not just, hi, how you doing? Legitimate conversations. Give me a call, let me know, and a great gift will be on its way for your best friend. 866-870-5752. I'm Warren Eckstein. You're listening to The Pet Show. if you love your dogs or cats as well you should, you have come to the right place. I'm Warren Eckstein. You're listening to The Pet Show, America's first and only real pet psychology, pet training, pet behavior, pet lifestyle show. If you have a dog or cat, this is where you should be. If you want to find out why they behave the way they do, or excuse me, maybe you have an issue, they're jumping, humping, they're digging, cat's not using a litter box, dog's lifting his leg on everything in the house, digging holes in the backyard. You can't take him for a walk if he sees another dog. It's insane. That's what we do here on the show and have been doing for the last 43 years, helping you guys resolve any issues that you may be having with your dogs or cats. So it's a great time to give me a call. If they're chewing, jumping, whatever the problem is, give me a call. We'll help you resolve any issues they're having. And at the same time, we'll send you a great gift. And the reason we do that, as I said earlier, is a 52866-870-5752. That is the way to get through to the show. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away as well. Hey, before we get to the phone lines, now, I'm going to give you some times to call. I do have an open line or two, which is pretty darn rare. I want to talk about something called Chewsinality. It's from a segment I did many, many years ago on the Today Show. A lot of dogs chew, but not all dogs chew the same way. There are many different types of chewers. So let me just give you a list and try to figure out what type of chewer your dog is. Is he an inhaler? Now you see it, now you don't. Inhalers bite off large chunks of edible toys and swallow them fast. They're also known as gulpers. What about the destroyer? Is your dog a destroyer? These are the dogs that try to and often succeed thoroughly in destroying whatever they get in their mouths. Well, maybe you have the nibbler. I love the nibbler. These dogs are lovers, not fighters. They take their time and savor their chews and toys slowly, giving them the respect and attention they really do deserve. Then, of course, you have the gentle chewer. These type of chewers are easy on toys. Rarely do they destroy them. They prefer plush or fabric toys. Their tendency is to lick or suck on the toys rather than chew them apart. Who else would come up with all these different names? What about the average chewer? That's your dog. Most dogs are average chewers. And then you have, you ready for this one? How many out there have what I call the power chewers? It's like they go to the gym every day. The power chewers. These chewers are more discerning when it comes to toys. They're strong and determined when they are chewing. And then again, you also have the puppy that's teething. And for senior dogs as well, it's important for seniors to chew also, but make sure you give them stuff that is not going to harm them. So those are inhaler, destroyer, nibbler, the gentle chewer, the average chewer, and the power chewer. See, this is the stuff I do. Keeps me up at night doing this. Phone number 866-870-KRLA. 866-870-5752, 866-870-5752. You know, sometimes when I'm writing the show, my lovely wife, Denise, is nearby me. And I think sometimes she thinks that they should kind of put me away for a while as well. All right, Sammy. Sammy, my friend in Tarzana, welcome to the Pet Show.
Good afternoon, sir. Long-term listener, second-time caller, actually. I have two dogs. One is a Maltese that does not shit, and I have a Pyrenees that I believe is a mix that sheds a lot.
Okay, well, we're not using. Wait, listen. We're not using the word mix anymore. We're not using the word mix. We're not using the word mutt. This is Warren's new word. We call them blended. You have a blended breed.
Blended. That's the first time I hear that, sir.
So in other words, you would say it's a, yeah. Listen, I'm anti-shave unless there's a specific medical reason to shave. Let me tell you why. The hair or the fur in your case works on the same principle as insulation. You think that you're making the dog stay cooler by shaving him down in the summer. But in reality, here's what's going on. The longer fur, what it does is when the sun or the heat hits it, it goes through the fur, cools down before it actually gets to the dog's skin, just like insulation. So what happens is if you shave the dog down, they're more apt to be warmer, hotter, or even get sunburned. And the same thing goes for, in terms of people that want to just shave their dog down for whatever number of reasons. I'm not a fan of shaving a dog down unless there's a medical reason, unless there's fleas or other major type of problems with the dog. So shaving also can actually increase the amount of shedding.
Oh, okay.
The more you cut hair, the faster that hair is going to, or that fur, I keep saying that fur is going to grow back. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. You know, I have my own product, the Hugs and Kisses. About, I guess it's almost 3-4 years now, I'm not positive. We really updated it. So it always had something called lecithin. There's nothing better for a dog or cat's, excuse me, skin and coat, their shedding, their dander, dry skin, nothing better than lecithin. But then I decided, you know what? I've been doing a lot of research. I spoke to the top skin vets in the country, the dermatologists, and I decided, you know what I'm going to do with the Hugs and Kisses is I'm going to add biotin to the lecithin. Now, those two ingredients working together are by far the most incredible way to help prevent excessive shedding. All dogs are going to shed a little bit, but to help prevent excessive shedding. A lot of the shedding's due to dry skin and the dander. So I'm going to send you a jar of the Hugs and Kisses. What you're going to do, the number of and they're chew toys. The dog will love them. They're like little treats. What you're going to do is you're going to get the dogs, both of them though. Get both dogs on it. You want them on it for now 3 or 4 weeks. Give me a call back, and I promise you're going to see a major difference. You can go to Amazon.com. You can go to Walmart.com. You can go to thepetshow.com, and you can read all of the 5-star testimonials about my Hugs and Kisses supplement because they really do work. My reputation's on the line with every jar. So I'm going to send you a jar of the Hugs and Kisses, Sammy, but you got to give me a call back in about 3 or 4 weeks and let me know how the dog's doing.
You got my promise, sir.
All right, you got it. Anyway, do you have conversations? Do you have conversations with your dogs?
I do. Mostly it's about how much I love them.
You know what? There's so much. Sometimes I just look at my dogs and I cry. I know, I'm a pretty macho guy, but sometimes I just look at my dogs and I cry. And the reason I cry is because I am absolutely so much in love with them. And I've had that with all of my animals, just absolutely so much in love. And sometimes it's not a sad cry, it's just a love cry. Anyway, don't go anywhere. I'm going to put you on hold. The lovely Suzette's going to pick up, and a jar of my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats will be on its way to you. And coming up also, you have a dog, you have a cat. They both wag their tail. Do you know what it means? Not the same thing. When a dog wags his tail is when a cat wags his tail. We'll talk about that. Right now, let me take another phone call, and we are going to Ruth, calling all the way from Toronto. Hey, Ruth. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Warren. Again, I just want to let you know, I guess the reason I'm so attuned to all of this weather stuff is because apparently here in Toronto, we had one of our darkest winters in 70 years. It was always cloudy. And that's why I'm just so attuned to the fact that here again, Saturday afternoon, I'm listening to your show, and it's sunny again.
That's me.
So
I bring out the sun. I bring out the sun. Tell that to the people in Los Angeles where it's been pouring. It's not nice now, but for the last month or two, it was pouring every day. They don't think I'm such a sunny guy. I gotta tell you.
Honest to God, if you look after Christmas, every single Saturday afternoon when I listen to your program, it's like beautiful. So thank you.
No, maybe I should.
I don't know how you do it, but thank you.
I'm going to change the name from the Pet Show to the Weather Show.
By the way, our temperature this week, we were in the 80s.
Really? I may have to come up to Toronto.
Anyways, that's Toronto. But anyways, I'm calling about a real problem. I have several, but I have 3 cats. They're all basically rescue cats. But one of the issues I have is that one of my cats, and this has been going on for a while, and I just gave up on it basically. He basically pees everywhere in the living room and dining room and poops in the basement on the floor, but never in the litter box. And I've tried like scrubbing up the floors and cleaning and everything.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of things going on here. There's got to be a lot of reasons. There's got to be a lot of other reasons. It may not just be the scent. The fact that does he spend a lot of time in the living room and the dining room where he's peeing?
Pardon me?
Does he spend a lot of time?
A lot of time there? No.
Okay. Generally speaking, when you have a cat that's peeing in the house, or a dog for that matter, it's usually in the areas where they don't spend a lot of time. So the first thing we got to do... They don't
spend a lot of time, or I don't spend a lot of time?
Where they don't spend a lot of time.
Yeah?
So what I want you to do, number one, is let's find all the places where the cat is gone. Earlier today, I was talking about the black lights. Get one. It'll show you every place where the cat peed. I want you to clean it up with a good stain and odor remover made specifically for dogs and cats. Once you've cleaned that up, what I want you to do specifically in that area is I want you to spend more time in that area with the cats. I want you to take a couple of paper plates, put a little bit of their kibble in it, spread it around those areas as well. The same thing downstairs. It's the basement a concrete floor?
Okay.
Is the basement a concrete floor, Ruth?
No, I'm sorry. The basement has a carpet.
Okay, again, you got to get that up. You got to get the scent up, and the way to do that, you have to find out where it is in the area down there. I would put down, was this an outdoor cat at one point?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was.
Also, what I want you to do temporarily is bring in another litter box. In the litter box, what I want you to do is I don't want you to put litter. I want you to put dirt and soil from outside in the litter box with a little litter on the bottom. Every few days, take more of the dirt and soil out, put more of the litter in, keep it clean. If you follow that advice, I promise you the cat will stop going.
Okay, I have 3 cats. I have 5 litter boxes. So you're suggesting another litter box?
Yeah, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about how many litter boxes right now. I'm talking about what's in the litter boxes. It might have been an outdoor cat,
so
or he might have
like earth from outside.
Or he might have been, but he might have been bullied by. He might be being bullied by the other cats when he goes into the litter box. There's a lot of things that can go on here, but let's start here. We're going to start here.
He was an only cat for a while, and he was still doing this.
That doesn't mean anything because cats will pick up the scent of another cat and go into their environment. Very often, a cat that lives by himself is more territorial than a cat that doesn't live by themselves because they want to make sure that no other cats are going to come in. You could have walked into the house after stepping in something that another cat put down, so you might have brought the scent of another cat into the household. You have no idea. That's where you got to be right now. I got to move on. How long ago did you call me? Was it a couple of weeks ago? I guess we lost Ruth. What happened to Ruth? All right. Anyway, the thing that's real important about this, when you have multiple cats in the household and the cats are having accidents, or the dog's having accidents, it's generally in the areas where you spend the least amount of time because they feel they need to claim that territory. So the first thing you want to do is spend more time with your dog or your cat in those specific areas. Great time to give me a call. I still got hugs and kisses to give away. Arthur Sue Gold, Lucy Pet Food, Kitty Lickies, 866-870 KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Still waiting to hear from you guys in terms of how many of you actually have conversations with your pets. Am I the only one that really legitimately has conversations and talks to them? You know, when you're by yourself, you ask, hey, listen, what do you want to do today? Or you want to go out for one? Don't you have real conversations? Give me a call. Let me know. I'll send you a great gift. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Quick break, then right back to your phone calls. You know, Hey, Alex, I think this is the first time we played a dog song reggae. Probably the first reggae dog song we played on the Pet Show. Great music, by the way. Thanks to Alex. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA. The phones are jam-packed. I'm going to get to as many calls as I can. I promise, but I promise to share this with you. How many people out there have a dog that just loves to roll around in the dirt? Generally, it's right after you give them a bath or just before a company comes over, they go out there and roll. Well, what I've done is I went back into my brain. It was a long way back there. And I put together everything, every reason why your dog may be rolling in the dirt. I want you to hear me out on this one. To scratch that unbearable itch. If your dog is really itching, and sometimes after a bath they'll go out and roll in that dirt to scratch that. Sometimes I'll rub against the back door when I'm itching. It could be a way to show excitement or happiness as well. A dog rolling around on their back is a way of being excited or happy. If your dog enjoyed the bath, that could be part of it as well. They also roll around in the dirt to cover up his scent so predators can't track him down. That goes back to wild instinct. They also do it because some of the shampoos you guys use, man, do they smell? Some are good, but some not so good, to get rid of that fragrant smell from shampoo or soap. It could be a sign, and this is where I come into play. I've had to deal with this over the years hundreds of times. It could be a sign of OCD or compulsive situation. Could be the fact that he's just imitating another dog. But this is important as well. Some dogs will just roll around in the dirt to leave their own scent there as a way of claiming territory. So the question came up this week, Warren, should I stop my dog from rolling around in the dirt? My response was no. If it makes your dog happy, give him another bath if that's what you need to do. You know, our dogs live with us, and we spend as much time as we can with them, but sometimes they just need to enjoy themselves a little bit. They're not going to turn on Seinfeld for a laugh. They may go in the backyard and roll around in the backyard. Let them do it. I'm one of these behaviorists and trainers that will resolve any issue you may be having with your dog or cat. But sometimes you just got to let your dog be a dog. You just got to let your cat be a cat. And stop telling them, no, stop it, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Let them roll around in the dirt a little bit. I did it when I was a kid. I grew up okay. At least I think I did anyway. All right, back to the phone lines here. We are going. Boy, we got Carl, Sissy, Paul, Kaylee, and Michelle. But right now we're going to Carl in Long Beach. Hey, Carl, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren. Thanks for taking my call.
Hey, I see you got a peeing dog. Tell me about it.
Yeah, my dog. Well, actually, I have two males. They're small bred, and one will occasionally urinate in the house. My wife and I, we've cleaned up after him and everything, but on occasions he'll just urinate. And they've got a dog door that they can go in and out of the house.
Where is he urinating? Where is it? We're talking about where's he peeing?
He'll like pee, like we have a potted plant. He'll like pee on the potted plant, or he'll urinate on the furniture leg.
All right, so here's what does he have a good appetite?
Oh, definitely.
All right, I'm going to get tough with you, dog, okay? As tough as Warren ever gets. What I want you to do, and you've heard me talk about this a million times, and the reason I talk about it a million times because it works. By the way, I love the terms you guys use. My dog urinated. I've had people call me up and say my dog rained on the kitchen floor. All the different terms that people have used to describe their dog's actions. I should write a book on that. What I want you to do is the next time, I'm telling you, my dog left me a cigar or tootsie. I got a list of everything. What I want you to do, the next time the dog has an accident in the house, I want you to take the dog to a different location in the same room. I want you to put his leash and his harness on and confine him. Dab up the urine, move it to where you move the dog, the opposite end of the room. Put the paper towel with a little bit of urine in front of him, but where he can't reach it, just out of his reach. Leave him there for 20 minutes. Come back at 10-minute intervals and just say no. At the end, forget about it. No grudges held. It's over and done with. The thing that we did here is we taught the dog that, does he ever pee where he sleeps or lies down or stays or eats?
Yeah, we have a bed, dog beds. We have a couple of them in the house, and just yesterday I came home from work and he had peed on the box on the pillow.
Does he sleep in that bed?
He doesn't sleep in it. He sleeps in bed with us.
Okay, so that's probably more of a territorial thing. So follow my advice. There's nothing more basic than I can do to stop a dog from peeing. So the next time you can even if you catch him, like if you find the urine the next day, you can still do the same thing. So just do that a couple of times, and chances are once you do that, his peeing problem will be over and done with.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
It is a plan. I'm telling you. Give them both. What are their names?
One is Ozzy, and the other one is Louie.
Why did I think it was going to be Ozzy and Harriet? That's my age showing up, but that's anyway, listen, don't go anywhere, Carl. I'm going to put you on hold, and I am going to send you, for your two dogs, I'm going to send you some Lucy pet food. How's that? On its way to you, and I do appreciate that phone call. If I don't take a break here, I'm going to get yelled at. We come right back. We have Michelle, Sissy, Paul, and Kaylee, 866-870, KRLA, the phone number. I want you to listen really carefully. I want you to support this organization. I've been supporting And we are back on the Pet Show. The phones are absolutely jam-packed. Once again, I want to get to as many calls as I can. I was going to go to you, Paul, in Northridge next. I want to get to your call. I want to get to you, Kaylee. I want to get to Sissy. I want to get to Howard from Houston, Texas. I want to get to Michelle in Studio City. But I want to go to Mitch. Even though he's the most current call, it seems like he just had to put down one of his pets, and I just want to give him a quick conversation. Hey, Mitch, welcome to the Pet Show.
Oh, hi, Warren. Hey. By the way, I just have to say first off, I haven't called in a long time, but Delta Rescue is amazing. I've been a supporter of theirs for years and years and years, and Leo was an amazing man. So,
he is a pretty amazing guy.
For all your audience out there. But no, we had a 20 and a half year old cat that we just had to. Well, as I was telling the screener, we waited too long, I guess, because we had to, when we put her down yesterday, we've never had this happen, and we've had many pets over decades that we've had to, have put down. One time, one did die in, my arms as I was taking her to be put down, but that was, the only time that's ever happened. But we got her there to the vet, and it's a vet we've used over the decades. But he was out of town, so we had a different vet that was taking his place. And anyway, they wanted to put a catheter in her to give her, which we've never heard of before. They asked us if that was okay. She said that's how she did it. To give the two injections that.
They usually give the one injection to slow everything down, and then the final injection to say goodbye.
Right, and anyway, so they disappeared with her for about a half an hour. They said we'll be back in a few minutes. They after about a half hour, I walked out of the office looking for what's going on, and that turns out the vet was with another client, but the technicians couldn't find a vein that would accept the needle. So they brought her into the office where we were, and then the vet tried it, and she said we can't find, and then she couldn't get one either. So she did. My mom was distraught. Anyway, we were both there, but they said the only way they could do it then was to put the injection directly into her. They said organ, but it turned out to be the heart. And anyway, my mom was just blaming herself. No, you can't blame yourself. Whenever you have to say goodbye, especially to a 20-and-a-half-year-old cat, forget about blaming yourself. What I don't know is I don't quite understand why the vet and the vet tech, if you're there to put your dog or your cat to sleep and there's a problem going on, that vet should have come out right off the bat and had a long conversation with you. Something is not sounding right to me. I've had to say goodbye to literally hundreds and hundreds of animals I've rescued over the years, and not once did I have a situation like this. So I don't know what was going on. Maybe the veins did. I don't know. But the bottom line is I've never heard a scenario like this where the not only did the cat have to suffer, but your mom and you had to suffer while this was all going on. It should be a sad day, and it's a sad time, but it's also a spiritual time. I was lucky enough, and I wish more people could do this. I was lucky enough when I had to say goodbye to my buddy Cisco. Oh, God. When I had to say goodbye to Cisco, I had a vet come to the house. And I wanted Cisco on his final goodbye to be on his favorite blanket, on his favorite couch, on my lap. I wanted to hold him. I wanted to feel the transition from Earth to the Rainbow Bridge. I know it's going to sound crazy to people, but you actually can feel that transition take place. I felt it with people when I was in the service. I felt it with my animals as well. So I don't know what to tell you other than tell your mom there's no guilt here. She raised a 20-and-a-half-year-old cat. Did the vet seem compassionate with you? Did the staff seem compassionate with you and your mom, Mitch? Yeah, she seemed compassionate, Warren. The thing was, she'd had kidney disease for 4 years. We've been giving her IVs every week for about 4 years.
If you've been giving her IVs for every week for 4 years, I can't figure out why they couldn't find the vein.
Yeah, and then, Warren, we stepped it up about 2 weeks ago to every day because we took her to the vet we were using. She was on a Banfield plan, and I was really disappointed in how the end result was with her over the last number of months because they dropped the ball on.
So the bottom line, Mitch, is obviously my heart breaks for you and you and your mom. You'll get through it. You know, you always do. But tell your mom she has nothing whatsoever to feel guilty about. She had this cat for 20 and a half years. I'm sure the vet did what the vet did. I don't know if I don't have a tremendous amount of confidence in what I'm hearing.
She was just so dehydrated, and even though we've been giving her the IVs, they said they couldn't.
Yeah,
and I saw the vet try to put a needle in. She couldn't get a.
It's a little beyond my lane, but quite honestly, I've never heard that scenario before, so it's a little beyond my lane. Do you have any cats now, Mitch?
Oh yeah, we have three other. We had 5 at one time. We have 3 still.
All right, so let me move on. My heart. Tell your mom. Give your mom a big hug and a kiss for me, okay? I'm going to put you on hold, and I want to send you for the other cats because they're going to be depressed too. Some kitty lickies. God, what a tough call that was. Wow, what a tough call. 20 and a half years, and can you imagine being there and wanting to say that final goodbye to your pet and not being able to? God, my heart just breaks for Mitch. Just breaks for him. It just doesn't sound right for me. You know, I've had to put my pet pigs and chickens and ducks and rescued animals and all the animals I had over the years. I never had that experience. So it kind of shocked me a little bit, caught me off guard a little bit. You know, you never get over the dogs and cats you had to say goodbye to. I'm talking about my buddy Cisco. Cisco I said goodbye to several years ago. And still, when I think about Cisco, and how I rescued her from that horrible situation when I took on the county of Los Angeles when they said I was the most dangerous man in America because I wanted to save 200 chihuahuas. And I took Cisco, the first one that was adopted was my Cisco, had her for many years. And when I had to say goodbye to Cisco, God, it was a tough decision. But anyway, she's up in heaven looking down at us all right now saying thank you. Let me do this. Let me take a quick break so I don't rush anybody. When I come back, Paul in Northridge wants to talk about teeth cleaning. Then we have Kaylee in Thousand Oaks about an elder dog licking the couch. We can resolve that. We got my friend Howard in Houston, Texas, one of my favorite states. She has another Great Pyrenees. I think this is the first time in the 43 years I've been on the air that I've had 3 Great Pyrenees calls the same day. And we have Michelle, my friend Michelle in Studio City, who has conversations with her cat. Phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870 KRLA, 866-870 5752. Let me take a quick break. We'll get to all your calls when we come back. Again, remember now, you can always follow me on YouTube. If you're not on my YouTube channel, it's not just broadcasting live here on Saturdays. There's literally hundreds of 1-minute pet tips, 10-minute pet tips, great videos. There's all this stuff on my YouTube channel, and it's absolutely free. I share stuff there every single day. Why your cat's scratching your furniture, why your dog's schlepping to another dog. So check it out. Subscribe. As I said, it's free. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. A quick break, then right back to your phone calls. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. I had a dog named Blue, Skylar Blue. Hey, we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Let's get down to as many calls as we can. Let's go to my buddy Paul in Northridge. Hey, Paul, welcome to the show.
Hey, Warren, this is Paul and Simone the Siamese from Northridge. How are you?
I am doing good. How are you doing today, Paul? I'm
doing great. So about a month ago, I was driving and I was delivering some food, and I ran a medical van of non-anesthetic teeth cleaning. I got the brochure. I checked them out. They're 5-star rated. This is the way to go for your animals, way less cost than putting them under. And Suzette will give me you'll give me your email, and I will send you the information, and you can check them out.
Well, do you know if they use a Cavitron? If you know if they go under the gums?
I know they use the same ultrasonic instrument that is used on us when we get our teeth cleaned. That's what she uses.
It's called the Cavitron. Yeah. So definitely send me that information. Maybe we'll bring them on the show. I don't take a whole lot of new sponsors on the show. Maybe we'll bring them on because so many of my listeners have that same question about getting their dog or cat's teeth cleaned, and they're afraid of the anesthesia, especially with senior dogs. There have been people doing non-anesthesia cleaning for years. I remember even when I lived in New York, 25 to 26 years ago, they were doing it, and they did a really good job. However, occasionally you had to bring the dog or the cat in based on their health to get really underneath and get that hair and stuff out from the gums. But I'd love you to send me that information.
I got a quick question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a quick question for you. So Simone is just a little over 1.5. She is on Hugs and Kisses every day. She has the highest quality food. She is a grazer. She doesn't gorge. She nibbles, she comes back, she nibbles some more, she goes away, she comes back. Eventually, after I feed her in the evening, by the morning, sometime like 11 o'clock, it's usually all gone. And then she just grazes on the dry food for the rest of the day. So a healthy animal like her, and I take great care of her, how long could she live?
Let me put my God hat on.
I mean, how many years can a healthy cat live?
I've heard healthy cats over 25 years old.
Because I'll be 58 in June, and I'm hoping I'm going to have her until I'm at least 80.
I hope you're going to have her until you're at least 90. But yeah, it sounds that everything you're doing is right on target, Paul. Hey, Paul, send me that information. I'm going to put you on hold.
Warren, thank you so much for my last gift.
Oh, thank you. Give them all a hug and a kiss.
You sent me an extra large T-shirt.
Hey, speaking of those T-shirts, we are just in the process of redesigning them. I know they're great, but it's going to say the same thing. None of my friends walk upright. That's my logo. I invented that. We're going to have new T-shirts. I'll keep you posted when we get them. In the meantime, Paul, you give Simone a big hug and a kiss for me, and I appreciate that phone call. I'm going to put you on hold, and Suzette will give you the information on how to get in touch with me and give me the info on those people that are doing the non-anesthesia teeth cleaning. All right, we are going next. Who's been holding on longer? We are going to Michelle, Studio City. Welcome to the show. Hey, Michelle.
Warren, can you hear me?
Yeah, like you're next to me. What's up?
I'm sorry. That was a little loud. You're making me laugh so hard. Can I just say, first of all, let me put on my God hat. But earlier, this isn't what I called, but while I was holding, oh, well, I guess we lost Ruth. I'm over here laughing so hard I couldn't believe it. Okay.
Ruth is calling all the way. She's calling all the way from Toronto, too. I feel bad. She was calling from Canada.
Well, I know, but how abrupt, right? You're like, so what was it a few weeks ago? Click.
Sometimes people get mad at me. She's a big fan. She didn't hang up on me. But anyway, what can I do for you?
But it was hilarious. You're hilarious. That's the point. So I want to hear about my conversations I've had with my cat, who will be 10 next month. My cat, Johnny Cash. He's all black. And that I've had, so when I rescued him from the North Valley, way out by Chatsworth shelter, right?
Their financial advice is not always the best. Their financial advice is right on target if they want me to buy them something new. But in terms of when it comes to me, you don't need new shoes, Pop. We got you.
Right. But we do need more everything. So let's go to the pet store instead. No kidding.
There
Hey,
you go.
Warren, wait, let me ask you. Do you take Molly and Willie to stores with you? Do you take them like in
I
a
don't.
shopping cart?
I don't. I don't. They have their own credit cards, and I'm afraid they'll spend way too much.
Okay, well, that's what I wanted to tell you about the. You kept saying, doesn't anybody else talk to you? And no, in a serious note, I do. I talk to him, and I know this sounds cray-cray. I don't care. It's true. I feel like he telepathically doesn't speak to me, but I get like an inkling of like, yeah, that's not.
Oh, yeah, no, we know what they're talking about. Have I sent you something recently?
It was over 6 months, but I don't need anything.
I'll donate to her. You know what? Call me back in a couple. You guys are gonna love the brand new T-shirts. When I get the brand new, when I get the
black cap, but I don't think, Warren, we're good. I swear.
When I get the brand new T-shirts, I will send you one. So give me a call back. In the meantime, let me take a break. When we come back, I'm going to try to get to all your calls, but it looks like we're a little short on time. So don't go anywhere. Hang in there. I'm going to give you a phone number from my national and Canadian show, which starts exactly the same time I get off the air here. You'll be the first ones calling because the rest of the country won't have the number yet. And I will give you the same type of gifts. It's the same type of show. So hang in there. We'll get right back to your calls after this. But right now, please listen to me carefully. We've not done this before, and we're doing it now. We are having the biggest Won't you love me like my dog? All right, here's the deal. I got a couple of minutes left before the end of the show. I could take your call and I could rush you. Or Howard, Jane, Kaylee, and Sissy. You will be my first calls on the national show. You know, right after I get off the air at 1 o'clock, I do my national Canadian show for Radio America, Armed Forces Radio, the same thing. The same type of show. I give away the same gifts. But here's the deal. The show starts at 1:05. If you start calling at 1 o'clock and be patient because it goes to Washington, D.C., as I said, Radio America, you will be my first callers up there because the rest of the country won't get the phone number until 5 minutes after 1. I know you've been holding for a long time. I'll send you guys some great gifts, but I want you to call the national show. Write this number down. So it's going to be, let me just write down it. So it's Howard, Jane, and Kaylee. And that number for the network show, not goes to anyone out there. You can call as well. The phone number for the national show, which starts at 1 o'clock, is 877-725-8255. 877-725-8255. That is the way to get through. The last couple of minutes that I have here, which I don't have a whole lot, but the last couple of minutes, I just want to let you guys know again. They did this sale that's going on Hugs and Kisses is the only time. We can't do this often because, you know, they're so limited. It actually costs so much to manufacture Hugs and Kisses, there's very little profit. But now's the time to go for it because if you go online, you can either go to my website, thepetshow.com. You can get the Hugs and Kisses there, the best-selling books, the air horns, and everyone should have an air horn, the T-shirts, health and wellness, all for 20% off. Or you can go to Amazon.com and get Hugs and Kisses for 20% off. Or if you're a Walmart shopper, you can go to Walmart.com and get Hugs and Kisses, all the dog horns, or my best-selling books at 20% off as well. So if you've been waiting for Hugs and Kisses or the air horns or any of the products I talk about, now's the time to check them out at either thepetshow.com, Amazon.com, Walmart.com. They will be there for you. I don't know how long they're going to last because Hugs and Kisses sells so rapidly, so now is the time to get it at 20% off. The number for the national show, write it down, 877-725-8255. 877-725-8255. That is the way to get through. Again, I share a lot of information during the week. Every single day I'm putting up tips and information. So if you're not a subscriber yet to my YouTube channel, why not? It's free. If you love your dogs and love your cats, want to laugh and get information, check it out. It's youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. That's the way to get through. And if you want to join my new Facebook page, it's facebook.com/Warren Pet Talk as well. These 2 hours fly right by. Until next week, give all your pets a big hug and a kiss for you, a very special hug and a kiss for me right between the ears. I'm Warren Eckstein, and thank you. Thank you so much for listening to The Pet Show. And Ruth, I know you didn't hang up on me.